maintenance of international peace and security. Mr. President, distinguished members of the Security Council, the claims of Azerbaijan that it has resolved Nagorno-Karabakh conflict by massive use of force, abolished all collective rights of the people of Nagorno-Karabakh, and even eliminated the very name of this land populated by Armenians for millennia, constitute clear warning sign of premeditated genocidal policy. Azerbaijan claims that the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, which has been on the international agenda for the past 30 years, has become an internal issue on which they can deliver domestically. The facts emanating from Azerbaijan's actions, including the imposition of and infliction of a collective punishment on the entire population of Nagorno-Karabakh, is an indication of the opposite. Continued involvement of the international community is the only possible way of guaranteeing the rights and security of the people of Nagorno-Karabakh. Mr. President, we are cognizant of the fact that there are deep-running disagreements among the members of the Council related to the ongoing major crisis in Europe. We are also aware that because of the growing energy challenges, some members of the international community opt to engage more closely with the hydrocarbon exporting state of Azerbaijan. We are convinced, however, that such engagement cannot and should not put the values and principles of justice, humanity, dignity, and freedom on the line, and therefore cannot be conducted at the expense of the fundamental human rights and physical security of the people of Nagorno-Karabakh. Mr. President, under current circumstances, we urge the UN Security Council to take actions to demand Azerbaijan to fully respect the provisions of the trilateral statement of 9 November 2020 and to immediately and unconditionally unblock the Lachin corridor by removing all obstacles for the safe, secure, and unimpeded transport communication, to deploy a fact-finding mission to Nagorno-Karabakh and Lachin corridor to assess the humanitarian situation on the ground, to ensure unimpeded humanitarian access of the UN agencies in Nagorno-Karabakh. Armenia calls on the Security Council to uphold its responsibility for the maintenance of international peace and security, to take the appropriate measures, and to strongly condemn the aggressive actions of Azerbaijan, posing an existential threat to the people of Nagorno-Karabakh, to their right to live freely and in dignity without fear of outside oppression. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Armenia for the statement. I now give the floor to the representative of Azerbaijan.
Mr. President, Azerbaijan expresses its profound regret over the exploitation by Armenia of the Council for the state-led campaign of manipulation, distortion, and falsification. This august body was established as a guardian of the Charter of the United Nations and international law. The respect for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of states and non-interference in their domestic affairs are the cornerstones in this regard. Yet, it is utterly unacceptable that this body continues to be abused by certain forces to encroach on the sovereignty and territorial integrity of my country. I would like to start with some important clarifications with regard to the terminology, as its accurate use is essential for ensuring proper respect for the sovereign rights and responsibilities of states under the Charter of the United Nations and international law. First, it is undeniable that only geographical names established by legitimate and competent national authorities in relation to their sovereign territory must be recognized and used in the United Nations. Therefore, it is pertinent to remind that what Armenia and some Council members erroneously called Nagorno-Karabakh is the internationally recognized sovereign territory of Azerbaijan, which was under unlawful Armenian occupation for nearly 30 years, and I underline, for nearly 30 years of Armenian occupation. This was consistently reaffirmed in Security Council resolutions 822, 853, 874, and 884. The legal title of this area of Azerbaijan is now the Karabakh Economic Region, or in a short equivalent, the Karabakh region. Second, as it comes to the situation around the Lachin Road, Azerbaijan resolutely rejects all Armenia's claims as absolutely false, null, and void. The Lachin Road is situated entirely in Azerbaijan within its Lachin district. This district was invaded and occupied by armed forces of Armenia in May 1992. The population of Lachin, of over 77,000 residents, was forced to leave their homes and properties, and the town and its surrounding villages were looted and burned by the Armenian troops. Following the 44-day war 2 years ago, in accordance with paragraph 6 of the trilateral statement of November 10, 2020, the Lachin district was returned to Azerbaijan, while Azerbaijan committed to guarantee the security of persons, vehicles, and cargo moving along the Lachin Road. Neither the government of Azerbaijan nor the protesting activists have blocked the Lachin Road. The regime for the movement of citizens, goods, and vehicles along the road remains unchanged, with the peacekeepers continuing to perform their duties to protect the route. Video clips shared on social media show unimpeded passage of the various types of vehicles, including ambulances and humanitarian convoys. The claim regarding alleged humanitarian consequences of the situation are equally false. This is nothing other than another manifestation of reckless manipulation by Armenia of the situation for obvious malign political purposes. There is no impediment whatsoever as to the supply of goods for the use of local residents or in terms of delivery of essential medical services. Mr. President, since the matter was brought to the attention of the Security Council, I would like to take this opportunity to inform its members about the course of events that eventually led to a group of civil society to hold demonstration on the Lachin Road. Thus, in violation of paragraph 4 of the 10th November 2020 trilateral statement over more than 2 years ago, Armenia has been refusing to fully withdraw its armed forces and illegal armed formations from and continuing illegal military activities in the territory of Azerbaijan, where the Russian peacekeeping contingent is temporarily deployed. While speculating on humanitarian importance of the Lachin Road, Armenia at the same time has actively used it for military purposes, including for the rotation of personnel of its armed forces and the transfer of weapons to this territory in clear violation of international law and paragraph 6 of the trilateral statement. Apart from that, in violation of paragraph 1 of the trilateral statement, which committed the sides to terminate all hostilities, Armenia not only refuses to share the complete sets of maps of hundreds of thousands of mines it indiscriminately laid on the territories of Azerbaijan during their occupation, but has planted new mines on the territory of my country in the post-conflict period. Thus, since August of this year, more than 2,700 mines produced in Armenia in year 2021 have been detected in the sovereign territories of Azerbaijan. Evidently, these mines were transferred from Armenia via the Lachin humanitarian road, quote unquote. Last Wednesday, 7 people were injured and 1 killed by a mine explosion in the Kalbajar district of Azerbaijan. The area where the incident took place was far from the former line of contact, and the mines were planted there during the withdrawal of the armed forces of Armenia from the Kalbajar district under the terms of paragraph 6 of the trilateral statement. In total, after the signing of the trilateral statement, 276 citizens of Azerbaijan have become mine victims. 46 of them were killed, including 35 civilians. The conclusion is clear. Armenia tries to inflict as maximum human losses as possible in order to impede Azerbaijan's huge reconstructions projects in the liberated territories and the return of hundreds of thousands of internally displaced persons to their homes. Furthermore, the Lachin Road has also been misused for illicit trafficking of minerals and other resources from the territories of Azerbaijan, where the Russian peacekeeping contingent is deployed. This problem is not new. Azerbaijan has repeatedly brought to the attention of the international community irrefutable, well-documented evidence attesting to large unlawful economic activities in the formerly occupied territories of Azerbaijan in flagrant violation of international law. As a matter of fact, out of the 151 mineral deposits identified in these territories prior to the Armenian occupation, 52 sites were exploited for the first time in the period between 1993 and 2020. Furthermore, several of the pre-conflict mining operations were expanded and intensified. Besides being an illegal act of exploitation of natural resources of sovereign state, mining and quarrying operations were conducted with inadequate environmental oversight and supervision, including a lack of effluent treatment and site rehabilitation, in gross disregard for the environment-related technical standards. This has created environmental impacts such as, first, deforestation and land degradation, 2, suspended sediments pollution or turbidity in rivers, and 3, chemical pollution of water, soil, and biota. Thus, the entire Azerbaijani public, the pillage and plundering of our sovereign natural wealth, as well as harsh environmental consequences, are the legitimate source of serious concern. Since November 2020, illegal exploitation of mineral deposits in the area of temporary deployment of peacekeepers, especially in Kızılbulag gold and Demirli copper molybdenum deposits, has not stopped. On the contrary, has even further expanded. In addition to being illegal per se, these activities cause serious damage to the environment, polluting the area and destroying the fragile ecosystem. Unfortunately, despite the fact that the roadmap was agreed with the command of the peacekeeping contingent, 10 days ago, a group of unidentified persons prevented the officials of the Ministry of Ecology and Natural Resources of Azerbaijan, the State Service for Real Estate Affairs under the Ministry of Economy of Azerbaijan, and the Azergold Closed Joint Stock Company from conducting on-site inspection of the mineral deposits of concern and assess the potential environmental damage and risks, including the impact on underground and surface water resources. This incident caused justified indignation among the public and led to peaceful protests by eco-activists on the Shusha-Lachin Road, which continue to date, as the relevant state organs of Azerbaijan are still denied access to the sites in question. Mr. President, under the trilateral statement, the Lachin Road is envisaged to be used exclusively for humanitarian purposes. The abuse of the road for any other purpose, not least for illegal military activities, such as the planting of mines or illegal trafficking of natural resources of Azerbaijan constitutes a material breach of the trilateral statement and cannot be tolerated. Azerbaijan will continue defending its sovereignty and territorial integrity and the rights and safety of its citizens by all available means in accordance with the Charter of the United Nations and international law. On a particular note, Azerbaijan is keen to guarantee to its citizens of Armenian origin the rights and freedoms enjoyed by all the citizens of Azerbaijan on an equal and non-discriminatory basis in accordance with its constitution, legislation, and international obligations. This is a domestic matter in which Azerbaijan will not allow external interference. Azerbaijan has taken consistent steps towards fostering dialogue with local Armenian residents, as it was the case during the construction of a new Lachin road and in relation to the exploitation of the Sarsang water reservoir. Such contacts need to be further supported and encouraged. However, apparently Armenia and some third countries are becoming increasingly uncomfortable with the positive developments on the ground and resort to all kinds of provocations to raise tensions and undermine the fragile normalization process. The recent implantation of a notorious businessman, Ruben Vardanyan, to the Karabakh region of Azerbaijan, who has no connection to the region and is directly involved in the illegal exploitation of natural resources of Azerbaijan, along with the intensified destabilizing actions by some external actors, is a clear manifestation of this. Mr. President, Azerbaijan is committed to regional peace, stability, and development. The establishment of good neighborly relations between Armenia and Azerbaijan is a key for building secure, stable, prosperous South Caucasus through full-fledged regional normalization. Azerbaijan's position in this regard is clear, principled, and consistent, and is based on international law and established international practice. It is Azerbaijan that, right after the end of the conflict, initiated the process of normalization of interstate relations with Armenia based on mutual recognition and respect for each other's sovereignty and territorial integrity within their internationally recognized borders, including through the signing of a peace treaty based on these principles. We reiterate our call on the international community to persuade Armenia to reciprocate the offer of Azerbaijan, abide by its international obligations, put an end to its illegal activities, cease territorial claims and political and military provocations, abandon its aggressive rhetoric and actions, redress the harm caused to Azerbaijan, and engage in good faith in direct negotiations to find peaceful diplomatic solutions to all issues pertaining to interstate relations between Azerbaijan and Armenia. We once again urge the third parties to refrain from one-sided actions and statements emboldening revanchism in Armenia to the detriment of emerging perspectives of regional normalization. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Azerbaijan for the statement. There are no more names inscribed in the list of speakers. The meeting is adjourned.